So the worst thing has happened. You've built your Sherman tank and now you have all of these spare bits and pieces lying about. What do you do with them? Well, I'm going to show you what you can do with them. And essentially what you're going to end up with is either a nice diorama piece or a terrain piece for your bolt action game. But either way, it's not the end of the world if you have leftover bits. So let's talk a little bit about this. When I picked up my M4A2 and M4A2 76mm box sets from Rubicon Models, they give you so many options that you're not going to end up using every single one. You're going to have leftover hulls, you're going to have leftover turrets, you're going to have leftover barrels. You're not going to have every piece you need, but you're going to have a lot of extra pieces. Now, I have a bits box that has all sorts of tank components from other kits that weren't used, or maybe I didn't need them, or I had extras or whatever. So I have kind of a large selection to pull from when I'm kind of doing this, and maybe you do too. But if not, it's a good idea to consider starting one. Now, these are just primed in necrotic flesh from Army Painter, so it's missing some bits and pieces that I have to kind of get my hands on to complete these kits. For example, this is missing some lights up front and also the armor plating, which I have, but I haven't added the sloped armor plating to that one like this one here. And I'm also missing a spare light on this one as well. But beyond that, these are pretty much set for painting and final detailing, and then adding sand to this and then basing it up. So when this is all complete, it's going to look hopefully a lot better. We'll see if my painting skills are up to par. But yeah, if you have spare hulls and spare turrets and you're not sure what to do with them, don't throw them out. There are ways to recycle them for other uses later on, and this is just an example of that. So as many of you might have heard me say on this channel before, a lot of my bolt action US forces are geared towards the Italian campaign. And so the Italian campaign had a lot of defensive and offensive actions with armor primarily used as mobile artillery. And it was a lot of instances tanks were dug in and used as fire support in that regard. So I took my inspiration from that. So however you decide to use these models is up to you, but this is just one way in which you can get some use out of them. Now, a couple of things about this kit. I added a lot of stowage to these, so I did want to go through and just give some shout outs to the companies in which I purchased the stowage. Hopefully you out there can use this as well. So the sandbags that are around both of these tanks come from a company called Value Gear, and they're on eBay, and they sell 156, 148, and 172 stowage items and sandbag emplacements. So I really think it's in everyone's best interest, if you like decking out your tank and stowage, check them out. And actually, the guy did a really cool video on how he sculpts a lot of these pieces, and I will post that somewhere up here. Just take a look up there. Hopefully it's up there. If not, it'll be in the description below, or both. Who knows? I might have been extra creative today and remembered to do both things. So Value Gear supplied a lot of the sandbags and tarps on this kit. In addition, I had some spare crew from Warlord and Rubicon that I popped in to various places. This crate back here is from Rubicon, and then the ammunition, the 75mm shells that you see there, are actually from a company called Hauler, H-A-U-L-E-R, I believe. I'll pop them in the description below as well. And there's a lot of very interesting 148 scale artillery shells and tank shells that you can get from that company. And they fit really well with 156 scale. You don't even really notice a difference when you have them out like this. So for those of you, like I said, who want to expand your options with the extra bits you have lying around, this is one quick way to do it. And it's not the only way, but it is the way that I think I'm going to get the most use out of. So again, check out Value Gear, check out Hauler, check out Rubicon Models, and Warlord Games also for their tank crew. Hopefully you guys like this video. It's a short one, but hopefully it has practical uses for you guys as well. So take care, guys.